Okay, let's take point slope to the next level with questions that just require a little bit more work. We're still asked to give the point slope form of the equation. So remember, point slope form is y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. The x1 and the y1 stand for the coordinates of any point that is a solution to the equation or any point on the graph. So if we know that point, we can just plug that in, and we need to know the slope, which is m. So if you look at number 11, if we are asked to write this equation in point slope form and they're giving us 2 points, the first thing we need to do is find the slope. So let's go back to our slope formula. Find the slope between those 2 points. So we'd have 10 minus 8 over negative 1 minus 0. Okay, and let's just simplify that. That would be negative 2. So we know that our slope in our equation is going to be negative 2, and then we need 1 point. We can actually pick between either of these points. I think just to make it simple, I'm going to choose the first one. So let's go back to our point slope form. We just found our slope of negative 2, and then we just need 1 point, so we can pick either point to plug in here. Y minus my y coordinate, which is 8, equals negative 2 x minus 0. Okay, and I think I'm going to leave this in here because you can recognize that it's point slope form, and then see that your point would be 0, 8, and your slope of negative 2. Okay, let's try another one. We need to know the slope, so we can use our slope formula here. 8 minus 8 over 4 minus negative 6 would give us 0 over 10, which is just 0. All right, and then again, pick any point. Let's take this point to plug into your point slope form. Y minus my y coordinate is 8 equals m, which in this case is 0, x minus my x coordinate, negative 6. Okay, we could simplify. I mean, we could leave it like this, but technically, whenever you're multiplying anything by 0, this whole side is going to equal 0. So it may look something like this when you simplify it. Okay, that doesn't necessarily look like point slope form anymore, but it's important to realize, that this is what it came from. So for now, I would say either one of those would be okay. All right, I'd like to go back and let me show you, I want to just show you this equation that we got for number 11, y minus 8 equals negative 2 x minus 0. I want to take a look at what would have happened if we would have used the other point. Okay, if we would have used the other point to write our point slope form, we would have had y minus 10 equals negative 2 x minus negative 1. So y minus 10 equals negative 2 x plus 1. I just wanted to show you that either point is going to give us the same equation. I know right now these two equations look very different, but we could use our algebra skills and change this into slope-intercept form. Okay, like we could distribute and get rid of the parentheses. So let's go ahead and do that. That would give me y minus 8 equals negative 2x minus 0. If I want to solve this, I'm trying to get it into slope-intercept form just to show you that these are still the same equation. So if I want to solve for y, I would have to add 8 to both sides. That's going to give me y equals negative 2x plus 8. Let's see what this one looks like when we do that. If I distribute, and then I want to get y by itself, so I would have to add 10 to both sides. Okay, and you can see if I take these equations and put them into slope-intercept form, you can see that they are exactly the same. So even though they don't look the same here, okay, remember that's in point-slope form, but they are the same equation, and I just proved that to you by putting them both into slope-intercept form. So hopefully that makes sense. You can go ahead and try the rest of these problems and then check your answers.